All right. Hello. Afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you're watching this. I'm Sean, librarian, writer, geek. Uh, that was weird. We'll get to that in a second. So, quick housekeeping. Librarian, writer, geek on Twitch and YouTube. Fine. That's where I have my streams. That's where I post the archive of my streams, all that stuff. SC Tadson. Sorry. .com. That's where I have all my stuff. It's linked just everything I do, everything I have, everything I've done that I want people to know about. That's find it there. And Blue Sky. I'm also I think I'm also on there as Librarian Writer Geek as my username, but this is the account name. So whatever. That's the only social media I'm in any way seriously active on. Like, I'm on Facebook, but I don't use it for anything, pretty much. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, didn't stream last night, partly because, in case you didn't know, hey, hurricane came through. I'm a little east of Atlanta, so, and thankfully, mostly what we got was, at least at my house, in particular, was like a lot of wind, a lot of rain. My work decided, library I work at decided not to. They were going to be closed today. So that was kind of nice. Honestly, I don't feel like we've even had like power flickering. So yeah, I lucked out. I know there are people who haven't lucked out. I know there's definitely people in, especially in like I think like North Carolina and that places like that. Definitely other places that have not been so fortunate. So I guess if you take anything away from this, if you should you feel so compelled, I don't know, donate to aid something. I don't know. No, help figure out, find a way to help people out, and do that. That I guess because we're all. Sadly, this is kind of the new normal, unfortunately. So we're if we're gonna make it through this, we're gonna have to do it all together. Do it together, and yeah, because no one else is gonna be no one. There's no guarantee that anyone else is gonna do it. So anyway, not enough being maudlin. Okay, so last week I finished up the final DLC for Dragon Age Origins, and I'm glad because I didn't want to didn't want to get into the game. I was hoping to start after this, quite so early. I didn't want to do it in until it was October because it's another one of those kind of spooky games. I'm kind of so, you know, hold off on that until spooky season. Though some things might interfere with that, but we'll get to that later. So I thought I'd take advantage of this and take a closer look at the Dragon Age tabletop game and kind of show that off because oddly enough, when I talk about tabletop games, those do reasonably well on my YouTube channel, at least compared to my video game streams. So here we are. All right. So what the heck? Let's just get into it. All right. All right. So obviously this is from after Inquisition was released, but a little background. So the original Dragon Age rules. So this book came out in 2015, but I know for a fact because I have the box sets. They initially released it as like a number of different box sets released over time. And the first rule book, the first box set came out in 2009. So I think, and that covers like the first, that gives you like rules up to like level 5, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. Remember, it's fairly, it's fairly like, sure, this will give you content to play with for a couple of years. And, obviously they released later stuff and more stuff as time went on and expanded the rules. I know a little while ago, I talked about Fantasy Age, the second edition of that. This was sort of, that's also from Green Ronin. That's sort of the generic fantasy version of this set of rules, if that makes sense. I know Green Ronin has released a bunch of other games and settings using these same rules. They've done, let me see, they've done The Expanse, they've done a modern kind of whatever day version of this, sort of these rules. There's obviously the fantasy version. They did a kind of weird sci-fi fantasy type thing that Will Wheaton was involved with. This was way back when he had a show on Geek and Sundry. I know they've done their crap. I can't remember the name of the setting or system, but it's actually, you know what? Here, I can actually pull it up. Why am I not pulling it up? Okay, right. Their Blue Rose. That's it. The Blue Rose setting game, which is more along the lines of I think they call it like romantic fantasy. It's kind of like it's, I think like Mercedes Lackey, that kind of thing. I think was like a point of comparison. They've actually recently released. I know they're working on a something based on the Broken Earth trilogy, and have been for a little while. And I know they've recently released a Cthulhu mythos type horror set of rules and whatnot, not for the all using this system. So didn't want to do that. Well, so there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of options here, but anyway, this is specifically for the Dragon Age game. And I don't want to go through all of this. I want to go through a quick bit of it. We're not even going to get into like gear and stuff and all that. Just mostly going to go through, go through character creation, because I want to show off the combat. All right. And there's some fun, interesting things that this system does. All right. So, yada yada yada. Okay. Example of play. Blah 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 blah. All right, so this system does some interesting things, especially given that this came out, mid to late 2010. So they were probably working on it 2006, 2007, probably when they started working on it. So yeah, it's. It uses 3d6 plus an ability, and possibly a focus if applicable. I think focus is foci, however it's pronounced. That gives you like a +2 to a roll, and yeah. So d6, everything is done with d6s or a number of d6. D3 might crop up if you need that. But also. So when you roll those 3d6, one die is designated the dragon die in this game, or I'm sure there's some other name for it in other game systems, but it's basically That becomes important, I believe, if you roll doubles on any of the 3 dice, because then you generate stunts, which you can then use to do fun things. All right, but we're gonna do character creation. We're gonna just create a human fighter warrior type, because I've already created 3 other characters already, and this is a fairly straightforward one. All right. So while the game does have this nice array, it's like, yes, roll 3d6 to determine your abilities. Once you roll that number, you actually get a value for the ability, and that's the important number, because this is the number you're going to be adding to things. And I think there's 9. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one, there were 9. All right, so we're just going to roll up our stats real quick. Once I have him okay. Sorry, I'm fiddling with some settings in Foundry. Anyway, all right. Okay, so we're gonna roll up. We're gonna try rolling up some ability scores first, and okay, that's all right. Rolled a 14. That's gonna be all right. That's a 2. That's not bad. And 11. I think that's a 1. Yep, that's a 1. Another 11. All right. Not doing too bad. 8. I believe that gets us a 0, which not great, but 9. I think that's another 0. Oh no, 9 is a 1. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 14. That's another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 11. A 9. All right. Well, still, all right. It's not a terrible set of ability scores. Starting abilities, anyway. Obviously, yeah. There's. Let me see. I think there's something in here about. I feel like there was supposed to be some. Is there something in ability options, arranging abilities, buying abilities? All right. I feel like there was supposed to be something in here. Maybe it's in a different book. It's 10. Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I Yeah, I think there was something about... Maybe it wasn't in this one. Maybe it was in a different... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like there's definitely... Oh, well. Anyway. We're going to kind of skip ahead a bit, because... Well, not quite skip ahead, but just gonna... Human and... Alright. I'm gonna kind of jump ahead and add a note that we're gonna be making a human in character, because human is kind of basic. There's a lot of human options. But our... all right. You know what? We'll focus on. We'll actually go through this as they want to do it. I've already determined some things ahead of time, but whatever. All right. So in this particular game, you don't actually pick your rate. Other games, especially the fantasy version, I know for sure, let you pick let you do your race or lineage, ancestry, whatever they call it, biological stuff. They let you do that, and then they have like a social class, and then other factors and stuff. It gets a lot more. There's a lot more options and nuance. This game, being Dragon Age, it kind of just goes with, okay, you get your background or your origin, and that's going to determine your race. That's going to determine a bunch of stuff about you. So it determines things like, okay, we have someone from the Anderfels. Cool. What does that mean? Well, it means things like... means that, yeah, you kind of stuck playing rogue or warrior. I'm pretty sure they say you're a human, would be my guess. Though it doesn't specify. Yeah. But there's a couple things. So yeah, there's a lot of options. Apostate for, if you want to play a mage but you don't want to play a circle mage, that's cool. You can play as an elf or a human apostate. That's nice. Antiva. Antivan and Avar barbarians, chastened wilder. You have circle mages, both elf and human. Obviously, city elf, Dalish elf, dwarven duster. Escaped elven slave, if you want to go down that route. If you want to poke around with that. Yeah. Ferelden craftsman, Ferelden freeman, and Ferelden nobles. Free marcher, highborn dwarf, lowborn dwarf, Navaran adventurer, because apparently that's a thing too, or Legion commoner, or Legion exile, in case you want to play, maybe, I don't know, or Legion nobles, or Legion students, and hey, wow, unlike, I think this option the option to play a Kunari was came in the second box, but yeah, you can play Kunari in this game. Play Kunari, let's see, Ravani, Sahara on Convert, I think. Canary Barasat, Surface Dwarves, Talvashoth. I think actually Talvashoth is the only one that gets to pick between Mage, Rogue, or Warrior. So that's kind of it. That's, I guess that's not surprising, but whatever. Can play there. It's like, yeah, there's like 3 options if you want to. You can play someone from Tevinter, which, if nothing else, is interesting. Admittedly, I think, yeah, the Altus and the Leighton are mages, whereas the Saparati is everybody else, are the non-mages. Let's see, Waking Sea Raider, and okay, that's it. So for our particular character, we're going to just go with the Ferelden Freeman, because I believe the Ferelden Freeman are kind of... yeah, they're not necessarily... Okay. Alright. But first I need to assign my abilities, because I did not do that earlier. No. 2. 2. 1. Okay. Alright, let's see. So I have 4 1s and a 0. So I just need to decide which of these gets to be a 0. I think communication is going to be a 0. So it's going to have 1 cunning, 1 magic, 1 perception, and 1 willpower. Is our boy. And I needed to determine all that stuff because, hey, your background does sort of alter your ability score, or is a little bit. So first off, we get a point to Constitution. So our Constitution goes up. Constitution goes up by 1. Focus, Constitution, Stamina, or Willpower, Courage. I think... we're going to go with Constitution, Stamina. Admit it, I would... Willpower, Courage would be interesting, but I think I already made... Unfortunately, the Foundry module for this doesn't include anything. It includes, like... Actually, I'm pretty sure the compendium includes literally not... There's literally no compendium, so I had to build everything, and I really don't feel like building building a focus. So I already had Stamina, so we're going to go with that. Speak Trade Tongue or the King's Tongue. Alright, I think... Yep, okay. I actually call that Trade Tongue or... Trade Tongue. Okay, we'll call it Trade Tongue. And I think that's a little detail they kind of don't include. I don't remember if they include that in the Dragon Age games. That, like, in Ferelden, effectively English is referred to as the trade tongue, which is why literally everyone speaks it everywhere. And it's convenient, I guess. And we already decided we're going to play a warrior. And then we get to roll twice on this handy little chart. So we're going to roll 2d6. All right, and that's a 4. That's going to go as willpower, self-discipline. Hey, wow. Okay, good thing I already had that built out, self-discipline, so that's good. And 10 Constitution swimming. Okay. So yeah, So mechanically speaking, if, say, a situation where self-discipline or stamina or swimming comes up, this particular character will be a little better at that than other characters, I suppose. Anyway. Alright, sorry. Didn't want to go past classes. Okay. Getting into classes. Okay, so... Alright. Yeah. I feel like some of these experience totals are a lot, because I feel like this game definitely wanted to kind of bring in the sense of like, right, this is a little more hardcore, I guess, than D&D, although that was still during the time of... What? It might have been when 4th edition was out. I don't know. It was definitely 3rd edition 3.5 might have still been around that time, or they might have been shifting over to 4th edition. I don't remember exactly. In 2009. No, 4th edition was out. 4th edition was out. This was definitely trying to go from Dragon Age. They were definitely going for more gritty stuff. Like it's raw. Like, okay, you know, your health increases by a from level 1 to 10, your health increases by d6 plus your constitution value, but from level 11 on, it only increases by your constitution. And, but, you know, things like that. Weapons do quite a bit of damage, but also, I don't know, combat's a little funky. Anyway, alright. But, so, getting into classes. There's only 3 classes in this. Mage, Rogue, Warrior. Which, because it's Dragon Age, those are your options. And admittedly, it does feel kind of like, that's a little underwhelming. And that's probably why Fantasy Age, the 2nd edition, they kind of broke Rogue into 2 things, where you have the sneaky Rogue and then the Envoy, who's more like the social guy, but whatever. Anyway, not gonna get too deep into it, but alright. So every class has primary abilities and secondary abilities. Those of the 8 ability scores you have. Obviously, starting health, proficiency with certain weapon groups, and various powers. So, we're just going to skip ahead past the mage and to rogue and to warrior. Warrior probably gets... maybe... actually, okay. So, alright. Anyway. Warrior's primary abilities are Constitution, Dexterity, and Strength. That's important. Important because when I believe it's uh 439. Advancements, but okay, yeah, okay. You get a point to spend. You get to increase an ability by 1, or you get 1 ability, an advancement. Yeah, you get 1 ability advancement every time you gain a level. When you get even numbered levels, means you have to increase it. You could have to spend it on a primary ability. Odd numbers levels have to be spent on secondary abilities. So in this case, that means, okay, when our guy hits level 2, he gets a point to increase either his Constitution, Dexterity, or Strength by 1. But when he gets to level 3, he has to increase one of his other abilities by 1. So that's why that's important. I think... yeah, okay, yeah, you gain a new focus every level. Again, even number level has to be from primary ability. Odd number has to be from a secondary ability. Focuses give you a +2 to rolls when they're relevant. You may get new class powers as you level up. Things get more interesting at level 11. And we're not going to get that far. Anyway, Warrior's actually pretty straightforward. Alright, we get the most starting health of any characters. So it's 30 plus our constitution value plus a d6. So we're already starting off with 32. I'm going to roll a d6 real quick in here. Get another 2. Alright. So we're sitting pretty at 34 hit points. 34 hit points. That's pretty cool. We have no mana points because we don't get spells. Right. Okay. Next up, let's see. Weapon groups. Okay, we are these are weapons we are proficient with. So we off the bat, we're proficient with brawling, which means, you know, punching and hitting things with our fists. With our fists or similar things. And we get to pick 3 from the following list. I think, top of my head, I think I'm going to pick heavy blades. What the heck? Let's do bows, because why not? And bludgeons. Sure. I've tried to be more interesting with some other character. I guess it was not so interesting with those characters. Okay. Alright. So. That done. Okay. Level 1, we get novice training in 2 talent. Let's see. We start with novice in armor training, which in this case means let's see. Do I have that effect on him? Okay, or did I need to? Right, okay, I'll bring it over from here instead, because then I get, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. So, novice in armor training means that we ignore certain penalties from armor to certain rolls. Anyway, I think for our guy, we are going to go... Oh. Okay, well, we already have a sword and board guy, so let's go with... Alright, and I get... Let's see. 2 of the following talents: archer style, dual weapon style, single weapon style, throwing weapon style, two-hander style, or weapon and shield style. I think let's go with two-hander style. Talent. And we'll get into that later on. Exactly what that means a bit later. Ah, okay, I need to have it active. Sure. Okay. Right, and let's go with archery style. Why not? That'd be something a little different. Unless she doesn't have, no. All right, and okay. And let's see, apart from equipment, let's see, backpack, traveling clothes, water skin. I don't. Okay, I guess I do have that stuff. Okay. Backpack, traveling clothes, water skin. Whoopity-doo. Alright, let's see. For a warrior, you get heavy leather, armor, and 3 weapons. Woof. Heavy leather armor, 3 weapons. Okie doke. Means we get to look at. We get to flip ahead to. Well, actually, let's see. Bow or crossbow, you get a quiver and 20 arrows. Bolt. I will definitely take a bow. We'll definitely make sure to take a bow, and we're going to take. Ooh. What's he got? What's he got? Wait a minute. Oh, I gave him 2 throwing axes. Okay, right. Your warrior, you get heavy leather armor and 3 weapons. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about money because these characters aren't going to be spending money. Derived values. Okay, so we have defense and we have armor. These are 2 different things. Defense helps you avoid getting hit. Armor soaks up damage. So defense, obviously here, right here, 10 plus your dexterity plus a shield bonus if you happen to have one. We do our guy, calling him Connell. He does not have a shield, and he doesn't have a shield. He wouldn't use it anyway. That's not his thing. So his defense is just 10 plus his dexterity, which in this case is a 12. Speed depends on your race, whatever. Our base speed, human base speed, is 10 plus our dex, which again in this case gives 12 minus any armor penalty, if there is an armor penalty, which we'll get into real quick when we check out armor. There's a lovely list. There's a handy list of names, which actually were definitely used in the games. There's definitely a lot of dwarven house names that look familiar. Elven names, Dalish clan names, human names, just because there's so many different types, human cultures and whatnot. So, but yeah, not a huge list, but still handy. Twitter names and Canary and Talbashoth names. So, right, Barasad names being things like, right, what, what is your, what is your job? Your name is your job. Whereas, and Talvashoth names being like, I named myself after a thing, or I named myself after a noun. I gave myself a name I like. Okay. Supposed to develop goals and ties. We're not going to worry about that. It's just a one-off. This is going to be a quick little one-off thing. All right. Basics. How to roll again. 3d6 plus relevant ability plus focus if applicable. If you roll doubles, you generate. Here's basic test difficulties if you need to understand and that stuff. So a average difficulty is an 11. So if you have any bonus, that means you need to roll at least a 10. You get the idea. Narrative time, action time, yada yada yada. Okay, actions in combat. Okay, here we go. This is maybe kind of important. So I have a list of major actions, which would be like, okay, sure, just go all out, which lets you deal an extra point of damage, but you're a little easier to hit. You can charge, which is moving up to half your speed, but you get a +1 to the attack roll. You can hunker down and defend yourself to get a bonus to your defense. You can try and heal somebody up if you happen to have the necessary stuff for that. Obviously, make an attack. They use yards. In this system, I don't understand why. It's especially weird if you get any of the stuff where the published adventures and whatnot where they include maps, because the maps have like 5-foot squares, and it's like, why? But on one hand, I like using yards because I feel like yard 3 feet is a little more realistic if you're using a map, but then they make squares where it's like, okay, each square is 2 yards, so it's like, okay, we're just using yards to be different. All right. Obviously, make a range attack. Run, moving up to double your speed. And I believe you can take, on your turn, you take a major action and a minor action, or you can take 2 minor actions. Minor actions being things like using activating certain powers or abilities. If you can aim and attack, that gives you a bonus to hit to the attack roll. You can put your guard up until the end of the round. You can move up to your speed, your normal speed in yard. You can ready a major action, I guess, for something else. Be ready to go at, I guess, be ready to push forward if someone falls down. Again, okay, prepare an action in case somebody, and ready an action, ready a weapon, being like, pull out a thing to use. Stand firm, apparently. Be ready, prepare yourself for anything that happens, etc. Attacks, well, get that. Basically, it's pretty straightforward. You roll the attack. You want to beat your opponent's defense, and so you get the idea. Different weapons do different amount of damage. If character is reduced to 0 hit health reaches 0, they die in 2 plus their constitution score or rounds, unless they get some healing. Potentially you can pull a killing blow if you want, or if you have an unconscious enemy, you can just outright kill him. Apparently there's rules for mounted combat, because of course there are. And we're not going to mess with that. There's a number of stunts you can do in combat, and actually now that I'm thinking about this, I should also have the GM kit tables pulled up just in case I need to reference them. So yeah, this is what you use those stunt. If you roll doubles, you get on any of the 3 dice, you generate stunt points. And the stunt points is equal to the dragon, whatever is rolled on the dragon die, which is the special other color die. It's just a whole bunch of things you can do, usually enhancing things. You can only purchase, well, you can spend as many stunt points as you want, as you generate. They don't hang on. You can't stow them once your turn's over. That's it. They're gone. So you're incentivized to spend all of them to do as many things as you can. Most of these you can only do once per round. I think skirmish is the only one you can buy multiple times, and that's basically, yeah, you move yourself or a target like a square. So yeah, that's the moving thing. There's a bunch of other stuff. Speaking of which, I should add stunts to our character's sheet, because so that he can then put Mighty Blow on there twice. I don't need that. All right. Anyway, because otherwise it's not there. Healing, again. Healing is a long, arduous process. Because, again, we're going for the dark fantasy vibes. So, again, you reduce to 0 health and you don't get healing within 2 plus your constitution value score in rounds, you're going to die. Someone can attempt to heal you. I think, okay, heal action. Okay, right. The heal action, which we saw earlier. Right, you make a cunning healing test, target number of 11, and they heal your dragon die value plus your cunning, plus the value of the dragon die plus your cunning, so could be a lot, could be a little. Other stuff, take a little quick breather. Take a little 5-minute break after combat. You'll heal up 5 plus your constitution score plus your level and health. Sleeping gets you 10 plus your constitution plus level and health. Obviously there's magical healing as well, but yeah, given that I think even mages start with at least 20 hit points plus, yeah, you're probably, if you get knocked down to 0, it's going to take you a little while to heal up all the way. Combat is brutal, is what I'm saying. All right. Okay. All right. So we got focuses and talents and stuff. Obviously, focuses. Again, mentioned this already. That gives you a +2 when you're making a related test. Let me see. So our guy has Constitution, stamina, and swimming, as well as willpower, self-discipline. This is just a quick little, yeah, that's what this thing is. That's what this is. Let's see, so stamina, enduring fatigue, disease and privation, swimming, moving through water and staying afloat. Okay. Willpower, self-discipline, focusing mental energy on or controlling your impulses and emotions. Yeah, you get the idea. Talents, on the other hand, give you let you do special things or give you special little bonuses. They're kind of like feats, but I'd say they're probably more like feats in Pathfinder or 3rd edition 3.5 D&D, where it's like, you know, they do a little stuff. They're not necessarily as impressive as, say, like 5th edition D&D feats, but, you know, they give you little bonuses. So, for example, we have novice armor training, which in this case means wear leather mail armor without suffering penalty to dexterity, which is really helpful because, you know, wearing armor, heavier armor, does mean, even like heavy leather armor does impose a penalty on dexterity rolls. Same with mail armor. I think light leather doesn't, and it also impacts your speed, but yeah, I believe, yeah, it should, yeah. I guess it didn't quite, maybe it didn't go through, I don't know, or I can't, huh. I feel like it's, yeah, armor is definitely, well, anyway. Okay. Other talents we've given our guy, archery style and 2-hander style. Gonna just do these real quick. Other ones I added later, higher level stuff. We're not gonna bother with that. Okay. Aim is true when you take the aim action while using a bow or crossbow. Get a +2 bonus to your attack roll instead of usual +1. That's nice. So the usual +1, get a +2 bonus. Okay. Handy to know. All right, and the other is, in this case, this is also, talents are also where you get access to magic if you're a mage, obviously. Yada 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 yada. There's a whole bunch of these things. It's all kind of crazy. 2-hander style. There's usually, I think as far as requirements go, you can actually ignore that if it's like for starting levels, but I think after that you have to actually have stuff. Length of weapon and the power of your attack to the ground. You hit with a melee attack with a 2-handed weapon. You can move the target 2 yards in any direction. That's maybe could be useful. Tactical combat. All right. And obviously, this being Dragon Age, you can unlock specializations as you go along. I believe you unlock, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, no. First specialization at level 6, and then another say level 6, you get unlock first specialization. Then you get the novice degree of that, and that increase it. You get the next journeyman level of the specialization at level 8, and master at level 14. You get your second specialization at level 14, and so on. Obviously, these do things like, hey, okay, Arcane Warrior, get access to a new weapon group and use magic to satisfy a strength requirement for weapons. Enter to combat magic mode as an action. Add magic instead of strength to damage with melee weapons, but any spells cast have the mana cost is increased by 2. Handy, but whatever. At journeyman, strain of any armor you're wearing, because that's something else you need to take into account. Is increased by 3. Allowed to take the armor training talent, normally restricted to warriors. That's handy. Master, spend up to 5 MP to shift yourself so you can exit partly the real world and partly in the Fade Shroud gives you ghost. Fade Shroud increases your defense by 3, but have to play 3 mana per round to maintain it. Okay. Blood Mage, Force Mage. Okay, these are all the mage options. Rogue specializations. This isn't really going to come up because again, we're not going to get anywhere close to that. Duelist, marksman, and yada yada yada. A lot of familiar things. Berserker, champion, chevalier. That's different. Didn't get to play with that, but this is, hey, if you want to do mounted knight stuff, go for it. Guardian, got that. Reaver. Yeah. Okay. Spirit Warrior, Templar. There are technically rules for becoming a Grey Warden. And when you do get to be a Grey Warden, there's a bunch of bonuses and little things you get. But moving on. So. Sorry. Okay, so. Armor. Okay, we spoke about defense versus armor. Okay, so defense is obviously, we established that that's pretty more or less static. You can increase it with having a shield and knowing how to use it. We do not have the stuff to get the full benefit of using a shield, and our guy doesn't have one anyway. But anyway, so different leather has different armor ratings. This is how much you reduce damage by. This is how much you reduce the damage by if you get hit, which is handy. Obviously heavier armors, but the cost of that is the armor penalty, which the penalty applies to your speed if trained in the armor's use, but to dexterity and thus speed if you are not. So yeah, if you don't know how to use if you're don't have armor training, you have a penalty to both your speed and your dexterity rolls. So luckily, warriors have armor training, so we ignore the dex penalty from heavy leather, from light and heavy leather, as well as light and heavy mail. So our dexterity isn't lowered, but our speed should be. So technically our speed should actually be 11, but I'm not 100% sure why this armor isn't doing anything. Oh. What? Yeah, armor penalty 1 right there. 1? Okay, there it is. That's what was wrong. I had a minus in there, and it's supposed to be... Yeah. Okay. Sometimes things can be finicky. Okay, but we get 3 weapons as our guy. And we're going to do this real quick. Okay. So we are going to go with... Oh, sure, we'll take a long bow. Why not? Do. Go with that. Longbows use dexterity. Let's see, longbows use dexterity and dexterity for the attack, and also, I believe, yeah, they add perception instead of strength to the bonus damage. D6 plus 3. Those, I think. Sure. D6 plus 3. Add perception is the bows type. Ranged weapon. Short range on a longbow is 26 yards. Is 26. Long range is 52. Reload is a minor action. Yes, reload is a minor action. Cool. All right. So that's our first weapon. Let's see, what other stuff? I think... Sure, he's good with bludgeons. Sure, we'll give him a maul. Let's see, what is it? Yes, bludgeons. Bludgeon weapon. Okay, a maul. D6 plus 3. Okay. Do, because I like to have... Let's see. There's a maul. Blacksmith or wisdom tool, long-handed hammer. Okay, cool. That's how they choose to describe it. And I will go with it. Hammer. Sure. And last thing, we're gonna give our boy blades. He's gonna get a two-handed sword. Because, I mean, gave him this thing. I mean, gotta do that. Two-handed sword, yeah, okay. 3d6 damage. 3d6 heavy blade. Hell yeah. Oh. Sword. All right. Okay. All right. And with all that done, yeah, we're gonna switch over to Foundry where we have the stuff set up. All right. Boop. Okay. Yes. And this is the art from the box, from the first box. I think it's pretty cool. It does give a nice sense of, yes, this is what this game is full of. And we have elf, dwarf, human, rogue, warrior, mage. Provides nice options. Yeah, here's the party. Here's the PCs. I built 3 of them beforehand, and here's the guy we just made. Obviously, okay. We have his weapons. We have his stats. We have some of his preferred stunts that I figured, what the heck, that should be good. And all of that. We got other folks. We'll deal with that as we go on. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we have a city elf rogue, a human circle mage, and a surface dwarf warrior as well, because never hurts to have extra warriors. Okay. And for the quick little scenario, jump over here to this forest road setup. Gonna drop our guy right here. We're gonna say, for the sake of this, they've been hired, and by the way, all of the art for our main characters is for our heroes is either from the game, directly from the game, from the Dragon Age game. This is, I believe, is the Circle Mage origin art. This art is, well, it's a flipped version of the warrior art from the game book, and these 2 are actually concept art. I want to say this is Connor from your brother from Dragon Age 2, and elf whose name I can't remember from Inquisition. I honestly can't remember her name right now. Anyway. So we're going to say they've been hired to take out, hunt down, and deal with a small group of bandits led by an apostate mage. All right. And before we get to any of that, we are going to have our mage Leandra. She is going to attempt to cast one of her spells. Rock armor costs 3 to 8 MP. It takes a minute to cast, which is why you don't want to be casting it in combat. But it lasts for an hour. And let's see, armor rating equal to your magic ability. So let's see. Armor 4. Okay. But she's going to attempt to cast it, and let's see. Okay, so that was a miss, which is not great. But that's 3 mana points gone. Is she trying to do it again? I think she's going to go, well, nuts. She doesn't have the mana. She really doesn't have the mana. I don't feel like she has the mana to spare. Okay, so that's 3 MP. That's maybe 1. This is Arcane Lance, I think. Okay, she has 3. You know what? I think she's going to try again. Why not? 13. That is a success. Okay, that's going to drain her a bit, but can turn on. Yeah, we can turn rock armor on. So yay, she has at least some protection. She's a bit drained, but that's okay. Would she drink her Lyrium potion? We'll hold off on that. Alright. But we're going to say they managed to kind of sneak up on these... get the bandits this far. And I think to get any further, we're going to have to do some sneaking. So we're going to have our rogue do a little sneaky. Okay, that's a 12. I think we're going to... Let's see, we're going to... Perception. Well, gonna do competing test. Okay, so I think, right, she kind of slips down here and I see. She kind of slips here, and unfortunately, hey. Oh, I see. And unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, the brigands and the crazed apostate, yeah, they managed to spot her, so unfortunately we are going to go straight into combat. Okay. And that's quite a few combatants, but, alright. So, combat, roll initiative for everybody. All right, cool. All right. So, bit of a problem. Okay, but hey, rogue's up first. I think, yeah. Yeah, she's gonna probably target. Ooh, we'll say, yeah, this. Well, let's see. What is the range on a short bow? 16, 32. Okay, what's the distance between her and this guy? 16. Okay, so he's just inside her range, short range. That's good. Okay, she's gonna aim for him and take a shot. Okay, that's gonna hit. Okay. Okay. Well, guys, defense is only an 11. Okay. Damage. Okay, 9. Can I say apply damage? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. Neat. No armor piercing. Oh! Ooh. Hold on, we rolled doubles. We got 6 points. Okay. Oh, hey-oh. And SD? I don't remember what SD is. Okay, so. It's got 6 whole things. Alright, so I think we're gonna do... Spend 2 for armor piercing, so Let me see, and let me see. Pierce armor. Find a chink enemy's armor. Armor rating is halved. Okay. No. No. That one. Apply damage. Okay. Armor is halved. Let's pull this up. Okay. This is where the stuff comes in. Okay, pierce armor. Armor is halved. Round down for this attack. Okay. So yeah, he just took a lot of damage. Okay, so that's 2. She's got 4 more points to spend. So I think rapid reload, immediately reload. She's gonna spend 1 to do a rapid reload, so she's ready to go next time. And then, let's see, that's only 1, and I think she is going to spend SD? I don't know what that is. Okay, and I think she's going to spend the remaining 3 to move 1, 2, 3 out of the way. Okay. Okay. Our warrior guy. Okay, let's see. The short range on that is 26. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Still well within range. Okay. He's going to also take a shot with his longbow. 12. He's got 3 stunt points. Okay, so, but... Okay. Oops, sorry. Yeah, you know, I think he's also gonna spend 2 of those to get an armor piercing strike. Which will reduce this guy down to 1 health. And what else? What other options do we maybe have? Okay, he's got 3. Okay, that was 2. I think he's also going to spend the last one to do a rapid reload so he can also take another shot next round. Okay, this guy rushing out around the corner. Let's see, his movement. Do you have a move? Speed is 11. Okay, so that's 2, 4. Does not have 4. 6, 8, 10. I think, yeah, he's gonna probably run. So at 10, so that gets up to 22. 10, 12, 14, 16. He's just going to run up to the rogue because he can see her and kind of do something maybe. Our crazed apostate is going to kind of let's see, their movement is speed is 10, 2, 4, 6. I think they really don't. I don't think they really have any good ranged spells. So I think, yeah, they're gonna try and cast Arcane Shield on themselves. Actually, they probably should have done this first, but whatever. They're going to cast try and cast Arcane Shield. That is going to succeed. Okay, so Arcane Shield. All right, what does this do? For 1 round, your defense. Okay. On your defense becomes equal to your spell power. Okay. Alright, so defense is already a 10. So 10 plus magic plus focus. 10 plus 3, and this is a spirit, so that's 5. Okay. So a bubble of magical energy envelops this mage for the moment. Temporarily granting her more power. Okay, this guy, he is also gonna 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Yeah, he's gonna rush up there, which is a little scary. Last brigand, 2, 4, 6, 8. I think he's gonna just kind of come up here and take a defensive position. Okay. Our dwarf, Vengist. Let's see, he can move 8 yards. How far is it to 10? 4. Okay. He is going. See, he is going to charge. He's going to charge down this hill to aid the rogue. I think I called her Brienne. And that's going to give him a +1 to the attack roll. So let's see their thing. No. No, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I want to... Okay, well. He's going to do this. He gets a +1 to the attack. He's going to whip out that his battle axe. Not that he needed it. And again, rolling doubles. Dang, 6. Okay, so let's see. I have as his favorite stunts. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yes, I think we will. Let's add. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna. So yeah, he's gonna do. That's spend 2 to do a mighty blow. Deal an extra 2 points of damage. He has 6. I think he is also Going to spend 2 to knock this guy prone. Ah. Let me zoom in a little more. Where is prone? Wounded, injured, exhausted. Prone. Where prone? Let's see. Is there effects? Prone. There. Knock prone. Extra damage. And what the heck? We're also going to go for... We're also going to take... We're also going to use that pierce armor. So again, half armor. Fire damage. Okay, he is in deep shit. That guy just got his world rocked. Okay, Mage is a little concerned because there's a guy running up toward her. I'm gonna target him. Let's see. I think she is gonna kind of back up a set bit. That's gonna use her minor action though. You know what? I don't. You know, actually, never mind. She's not gonna do that. She is instead going to aim. Take a minor action to aim her staff. Let's see. Aim, take measure of your opponent, and next strike. Your next attack action is a melee attack or range attack. You gain a +1 to attack. And yeah, so she is then going to fire her arcane lance at this guy. And a 16 will hit. And again, doubles. 4 points. Okay. Don't think it's gonna matter, so we'll save. We'll save that. Okay, so she's got... Let's see, this is... This guy? Yeah, okay. He's down. And I'm going to make sure that it is set to skip defeated so we don't have to worry about him popping up again. Okay, so she has 4 points. Four spell points. I think... Last casting action resolve the spell, immediately cast another spell. Second. She didn't use a spell though, so that's the problem. So I think, yeah, she's going to... Let's use the initiative do. During the time of the battle, move to the top of the initiative order. It means you get to I'm not going to do that. I think, yeah, she's going to take a defensive stance. And otherwise just kind of stay where she is. And not use those other 2 points. Okay. Alright. Let's see. So what... Is there something about conditions? I don't recall. Let me check this real quick. Okay, prone. Knock prone. +1 to the attack. Character make it. Okay. Alright. She already reloaded. I'm gonna double check a thing. I don't remember if there's rules about moving. Let's see. Go prone. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a move action. Okay. That is not the page you told me you were going to. See, I don't know if there's penalties for I don't know if there's ability test based on weapon group using, modified by focus if applicable, any other relevant bonuses. Okay, I'm going to say that, yeah, she can move away. So that's 2, 4. And yeah, let me see. So right, knock prone, +1 bonus to the attack. Making a melee attack against prone target. Okay, yeah, I don't think she wants to. She's gonna back up. Can she see through there? He's kind of at the. Kinda. Sure, he's pushing the range, though, isn't he? But she's reloaded, so she's already got the bow up and ready, so I'll try it. What? That one. What are you talking about? Okay, so I have him targeted. I'll select this one. Okay. What do you mean select only one target to attack? I only have one. I only have one there. Whatever. Sure. Okay, now I need to double check the thing. Okay, long range charge within this range, but further within short range, the attack suffers a -2 penalty. Okay, so unfortunately, that's actually gonna miss. But, just gonna spend that one stunt point to do a rapid reload. So that's actually gonna miss. So yeah, unfortunately, that will miss because it's while he is within the long range, she's not within short range, so unfortunately, that's a miss. Okay. Moving on. There and there. Uh, yeah, oddly enough, our big guy with the two-handed weapons. Yeah, he's gonna continue. Yeah, he's also gonna continue doing the bow. Crazy. Wait, what? What's the penalty from? What are you talking about? What penalty? Oh, that's from the armor. Okay, but 10 is not going to do it. Okay, but still got 3 points, so he's going to do a rapid reload. And within 10 yards. Okay, dang, that's not going to work. And I think, what the heck, he'll do a spend the rest on skirmish to slip down here. Here, sure. Okay. Why does this guy target? He shouldn't be targeted. Okay. Okay, this guy, I think, yeah, he needs to use a minor action to get up. Move action, half the character's speed. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna, yeah. That, and, yeah, he's gonna try and take a swing at our dwarf guy. No. Yeah, 13's gonna hit. No. No stunts, though, so straight damage. Okay. Alright. Oof. No armor piercing. What? Seven damage. What? Okay. He shouldn't have taken 7 damage. He has 4 armor. He shouldn't have taken. He should have only taken. He has 4 armor. He should not have taken a full 7 damage. He should have only taken 3 damage. So he should be at 34. That's weird. Maybe I did. Maybe I should have done it. Maybe I did the thing wrong. Okay. 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 Her arcane shield dissipates. But hey, wow! People are firing stuff at her. That's not cool. In her general direction. So I think yeah, she's going to target our big guy. And she's going to fire off an arcane bolt of her own. Oh, dang, that's not great. That ain't good. Okay. Okay. Arcane bolt. Okay, oh, that arcane bolt she fired off. That was a spell. Okay. Let's see. Oh. So, let's see. Arcane bolt. Test Dex acrobatics versus spell power. Okay. He has no acrobatics. 15. Her spell power is what? Her spell power is 15. Okay, so it matches. Which means into casting rolls dragon die. Arcane Bolt inflicts 2d6 damage with bonus damage equal to casting rolls dragon die. If the target makes a successful Dex Acrobatics test, her spell power it only inflicts d6 damage. Okay. So, resisted damage. Ah. Wait, what? Oh. Let me see the description again. Okay. 2d6 damage, bonus damage equal to casting... Oh, to the dragon die. That's not a thing. Never mind. Okay. Damage equal to the dragon die. If target makes successful Dex Acrobatics test for a spell power, it only takes d6 damage. Okay, cool. The resisted damage. Okay, 3. Alright, my damage... Armor pierce. None? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, his armor completely soaks that, so... Sucks to be her. But this guy is now... Hey, look it. Something I can actually do. Okay, so... He's gonna run up here. And he is gonna... try and hit with his weapon. And... as a 15, that is gonna hit. So... Damage. Oof. Right. Apply damage. Okay. But... yet he has an armor of 4. Okay. D6 plus 6. Okay, he rolled 12 damage. Okay. Alright, that's correct. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. So, that hurt. Alright. But, Dwarf is up. Dwarf is going to deal with the guy in front of him, like Dwarf do. Ha! That's a hit. It doesn't really matter. What? No. Yeah. Okay. But hey, again, we rolled doubles. Let's see, and his speed is 8. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. He's gonna spend, I think he's gonna spend 2 stunt points. No, wait, hold on. Skirmish, 2 yards in a direction. Okay, so he's gonna spend 2 of those to move up to there. So that leaves him with 4 stunt points. Yeah, he's gonna... He's gonna do threaten, so that's gonna be strength, intimidate. That's 10 versus target, willpower, self-discipline. He fails. Okay, so that's no any effects. Okay, no. All right. But that was 2. Any other stunts we could try? And you know, yeah, we'll do a defensive stance as well. Okay, so she is not defending anymore. All right. I don't think Mind Blast. Nope. Okay. I think, yeah, she's going, well, she's going to cast Heal, or at least try to cast Heal. Hey, that works. Yay. Let's see. Each mana point spent. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do that again. Cool. All right. I'm gonna try and heal the big guy. That's... No? Okay, hold on. Now she heal. 3d6 health. Okay, cool. D6. Okay, if I say apply... No, that is incorrect. We're gonna not do that. Cool. And then she's gonna 2, 4, 6. Yeah, or maybe kind of hang over there a bit. Okay. All right. Let's see. What's her move? Speed 15. Good grief. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I believe this puts her well within... Yes. Okay. Gonna take a shot at Herc, at this mage, because dang it if this mage isn't just being a horrible pain in the butt. She's gonna take a minor action to aim, I assume. She got off a... Yeah, she got off. She definitely got in at least a rapid reload. Okay, so we're gonna try and... Okay, so aim. 11. All right. No stunts, but damage. Doke. 9 damage for against her non-armor. Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay. Connell. Okay, he's gonna drop the bow and minor action whip out his big two-handed fuck off sword. And that is gonna hit. No bonuses. No stunts. Oh well. But oh god, 15. That is a lot of damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Whew. Get wrecked. Oh boy. Oh. Did I mark him defeated as well? I should have. Never mind. Okay. There we go. So our crazed apostate is a little concerned. Not quite to low health yet. So she is going to try... Okay. She's going to try and heal herself. Cast. Yes, that's going to work. Okay. Healing. Okay, she is going to heal herself for 5 of the damage she just took. And kind of back away a bit. Last guy, he kind of has to focus on the dwarf because the dwarf threatened him last round. So, attack. Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit. Get the damage. Okay, that's 9 damage, but minus the 4 armor. Okay. Dwarf ain't looking so great. But dwarf's gonna return the favor. Sorry, untarget. Dwarf's gonna return the favor. Hopefully. He's not defending anymore. I think that lasts the end of the turn. Sure, he's gonna minor action aim. Swing, and that's a hit. Ooh. And 2 stunt points, so... Ooh. Do I go for the mighty blow and get an extra die of damage, or do I ignore the guy's armor? He's still got a... It's got an armor of 4. You know what? We'll add a stunt die to it. We'll go with mighty blow. There we go. So yeah, cool. Your armor absorbed just enough damage that you still die. That you will still. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Her... Okay, aim's off. Shouldn't have been able to do stuff like that. Whatever. Okay. Her movement is 11. Okay, she is gonna... 2, 4... kind of go down here. And once again, she's going to cast Heal. I'm going to try and... Okay, that's a heal. Yay. 2. You know what? She's actually going to spend another... and drop her down to 8. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Every little bit helps. Meanwhile, the elf is going to continue to... she's a little too far. So... Oh, come on. 2, 4, 6, 8. And go over here. A little over here. Yep, okay. And again, we... There's a pot. Oh, God, I've been... Okay, never mind. It hasn't... Never mind. It's fine. It has a thing that lets her do extra damage if she's very stealthy, but she hasn't been able to pull it off. I haven't even remembered that it was there. I completely forgot it was there. Oh well. Yeah. 15's gonna do it. Damage. 6 damage. Oh, right. Oops. Alright. Speed is 11. He is 16 yards. Okay, so he can... Alright, so yeah, our Connell boy, he's gonna run up, get all up on her business, in her business. Which, unfortunately... Okay. Our crazed apostate, who... Okay, she's still not quite there. He's gonna do... He's getting all up on her. That's concerning. So she's gonna do a mind blast. She's gonna try. Ooh, and that's a miss. Okay. So... What is... Oh, defend is a major action. Never mind. Oops. I think guard up is... guard up. Put your skills balancing act defense. +1 or 2 to your defense until the end of the round. Defense until the end of this round. However, you suffer the amount of choice penalty to tests you make, even opposed tests, for the remainder of the current round as well. Okay, so until end of the round. Okay. Alright. Okay, he can't get nearly as far, but he does have some throwing axes, so... Oh, but that's a really crappy range. Alright, so... So with that armor 8, he can still run 16, still run up to her. So yeah, he's gonna try and do that. He's gonna do that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yay. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm just gonna get there. Again, she does not have a ton of yard radius centered anywhere within 50 yards. You can see. I don't think she's gonna do that. She's already spent a lot of mana, so she's just gonna try and blast her with her arcane lance. Okay. No doubles, so we just get straight damage. Right. And apply damage. Our mage is not, our apostate is not looking good. But Grotto is gone. All right. Okay. She is going to take time to aim the shots. 14's gonna hit. No doubles, so 7 damage though. And boy, our hero boy, yep, he's gonna, okay. That's gonna do it. Oh, she dead. Yep, she dead. And with that, last of the brigands and their crazed apostate leader is defeated. I'm a little upset that she never got to use this last resort. 10 health or less can use the blood wound spell, which I don't actually have. Plus one magic and blood magic focus lasts until the apostate dies, even if health increases above 10. Well, and surprisingly, yeah, very few little damage taken by our heroes. Most of them either got it healed up or, yeah. Okay. Just gonna pop back here. So, yeah, that was the Dragon Age tabletop game. I have not actually tried it out before. I've never actually done it, so I'm hopefully think I did a decent enough job. Obviously, there's some rules I maybe didn't get. Obviously, if there was some other stuff there, I probably would have done a little bit better. But I think it, obviously, having stuff automate, the automated stuff does help keep track of things, assuming you make sure everything works right. But yeah, I don't know. So maybe if you're a fan of the Dragon Age video games, maybe check it out, give it a shot. Or if not, maybe, I don't know, look at the Fantasy Age, generic fantasy variants, or any of the other Green Ronin age system games. Again, yeah, I think the stunts really do some pretty cool things and let you do some really cool stuff. Like, okay, like, I mean, seriously, I don't know how well that would have gone. fight would have gone without like, okay, cool, immediately getting like, hey, wow, I'm going to deal extra damage to you, or I'm going to hit you and ignore a good chunk of your armor so that I'm doing a lot more doing more damage to this enemy. And, you know, it is obviously pure random chance, but you know, it's when it comes up, they can be pretty powerful, and they're a little more tactical and thoughtful than you know, just, you know, roll, hit. Maybe you get to do you know, it's, hey, you can maybe do some other stuff if you do it right, and all that. Anyway, so I was planning on starting another spooky season game next week, next Friday, but something came up, and I might want to take a look at that instead. And next Friday is going to be probably the best time to do that. And unfortunately, the week after that, I'm going to be out of. I'm not going to be streaming that Friday. So, oh well. Unfortunately, we get. We don't get to. I'm not going to get to. We're not going to get to spooky season stuff until like. The 2 weeks before October, so we're gonna have to miss out on half of spooky season stuff. Oh well. But until then, until next Thursday, where I will hopefully once again be streaming Celesta, I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I should switch to streaming on Saturdays instead of Thursdays, because I feel Thursdays, I don't know. It's something I'll have to think. I'll have to think, give it some thought. Anyway, that's gonna be it from me for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on the VOD, reminder, Librarian Writer Geek on Twitch and YouTube. Follow me there, subscribe, whatever, if you want to get this stuff later. Go to my personal website for other stuff, or keep up with whatever I'm doing, assuming I remember to post there, which is variable. And follow me on Blue Sky if you want to see me maybe posting or sharing whatever random stuff, if you care about that kind of thing. Oh well. Anyway, Sean, Librarian Writer Geek, bye, have a good one, good night, etc.